Hi John, let's see, I'm going to record these videos again, try to get it shorter here. So let's see, this is looking at the outside of the studio obviously. These two windows we're looking at there are the ones where Ping Pong had thought maybe we would want to put glass block. So they'd be right along the top of the window extending along that wall inside that room, and optionally the other window as well, just a row of glass block extending down along that wall a little bit in that room. And filling in those windows, his reasoning for that was he's concerned about the sound quality of the windows we'd get and whether the mixer in there would be able to hear everything with the poor quality windows. Anyway, that was one question. Go ahead and head inside here. They're pulling wires today here again. See, turning down the hallway, straight ahead of us is the broom closet. That looks like where they're going to put the main electrical panel. See wires coming down there. And turning the corner in here into the music production room. Two windows we looked at from the outside, so right across there would be the glass block. Look up and see they've got the grid work of the ceiling in here. I think it's going to be a combination. They're going to put cement board on this, I believe, and so that it's a hard ceiling. They're not used to drop-in acoustic ceiling. There's the music recording room right there, kind of dark. All right, backing out now, crossing the hallway into the master control room. It's kind of dark in here. Same type of thing on the ceiling. I think we're actually, what they mentioned is that they'd like to end up with a double ceiling in here. So we have one hard ceiling and then below that a secondary ceiling, just so we can get good sound, good acoustics in here. This here looking at is the doorway into the audio control room and the voiceover booth, which will be back in that corner there. Again, the treatment on the walls in here right now is just unfinished plaster, but we're going to get an inch of sprayed on foam insulation in these sound sensitive rooms on the interior faces of the walls. And on top of that, we're going to fur out a steel or metal stud wall that will be faced with gypsum board or soundboard or something. Those are those plans that I sent over to you from Ping Pong, that maybe some of the walls will be angled a little bit so you can get a good focus of the sound into the place where the mixer will be sitting. Heading back down the hallway now. This is the reception area. Back in there is the storage closet for the CD storage room. And the bathroom here's not finished, of course. This will get tile over it, I'm sure. And just a bunch of stuff in here. And a duck underneath the pipes here. Oh, thank you. Captain Cup. Here's the it's dark in here. This is the video editing room. Again, same type of ceiling there. And the conference room in here. Again, ceiling. That's the conference room. Okay, going through two sets of doors here. The first one kind of gets us into the airlock. The second one gets us into the main studio area here. So again, the walls in here will get the 1-inch foam insulation or acoustic insulation sprayed on. That's an extra charge. It's not in the contract, but we think that'll be about the cheapest route to go to get the acoustic qualities we need in here. On top of that, in this room would be a wood framework that would support the metal, not the metal, but the the foam and the soft foam and the cloth that would form the final surface of the room for the sound absorption, so forth. Up there at the top of the walls, we need to finish that off. For some reason, that's not in the contract, so I'll probably go ahead and do that myself, unless they can do it cheaper. There's just the space at the top of the wall between that and the underside of the roof. For the roof, what we're going to end up doing is a 2.5-inch layer of sprayed-on foam on top of the metal roofing on the outside. Over the top of that would go a layer of plastic or PVC actual roofing surface. So there's a roofing surface, then the 2.5 inches of foam, and then the metal decking that you see here. Underneath the metal decking will be another inch of sprayed on foam, and then underneath that is going to be probably 12 inches or so of rolled out batt insulation, fiberglass insulation. So this is all what's proposed by Ping Pong, the studio designer. He's thinking that we can get the necessary acoustic qualities with that assembly I just described, as opposed to putting in an actual hard ceiling in here with gypsum board and so forth, as I drew for you and sent to you before. So his option, I think, would probably end up being cheaper, and he thinks that would work. And so hopefully I'll get some feedback from you and or John Bartels, and maybe look on the internet and see if we think that's going to perform adequately. But that should be cheaper. As far as the air conditioning goes in here, what they have proposed is 4 units outside this wall here, which is the south wall, and these would be ducted up the outside of the wall and then up to the top of the wall and across the ceiling. 4 main ducts that come from across this way, and they would be vented down into the room at 3 or 4 equal spaces. And I mentioned to them the proposal you had about just the non-ducted split AC type units that would be mounted inside. And so I think they're going to work up for us, or just tell us which one's going to be cheaper. If the ducted system is cheaper, then I think that's, for all intents and purposes, work just as well as what you suggested, unless you have other reasons why. But anyway, the ducts would be exposed in here, and they would be, of course, above the light grid. So the light grid would hang down from the, it would support it from the metal roofing up there, or metal framing, and that would hang down below the ductwork, but it'd all be exposed up there. So other than that, let's see, I'm going to kind of move to the middle of the room here. And there's the access door. Moving around this way, that corner is where the kitchen setup would be, and you can see the pipes coming up. They'll be buried. There's 2 pipes coming up out of the ground there, and the wires and so forth. They're dropping in electrical lines for the outlets in here, and I don't remember if I heard back from you or not on what we wanted to do as far as outlets in the floor. What I proposed to them was just going ahead and putting 4 outlets down here on the floor slab at equal spacing around the middle of this room, so that we can get the electricity out to the cameras if needed be. I don't know, maybe it's just as easy to run the power cord back to the wall. Maybe let me know what you think on that. There's the door back into the office portion. And I'm going to wrap it up here by just heading outside real quick. And you can see the outside's all finished, all stuccoed. The blue is the rain drains, and that's what they're doing on the soffits, is the cement board you see up there. They haven't quite finished that off there, but that's the underside of the eaves. Okay, before it gets more than 10 minutes, I'm going to shut this off, and we'll see if we can get this to you on YouTube. Talk to you later, John. Bye-bye.